It's a beautiful Monday afternoon and we are so glad to have you join us on Sported Galactic Television. I am Onyinyechi Ogu. Of course, not alone all the time. I'm always with Enitan Obadina in the studio. Good afternoon to you, Enitan.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you once again on the show.
Nice to be here.
Okay, now talking about what's happening in the weekend, we're going to be talking about the African Cup of Nations, which is set to go underway in Egypt sometime in June, July. But a letter has just come up right now that Nigeria will get to know their foes on the April 12th, 2019. Talking about that, we now have the outcome delayed for just 1 week. I think it's something about preparation, also logistics.
Egypt is an Islamic nation, and that time that the Nations Cup was expected to start, I will have to clash with the Ramadan period.
Yes.
So for easy participation by Holland and Saudi, easy turnout at the stadium.
And Egypt is a country which you know, the Muslims and all that.
Who fast during playing, so it felt like not just about the players, it's also about the fans that will turn out. If they're fasting, they are not energetic to shout at the stadium, the atmosphere will be reduced.
So it's all about the host nation.
Exactly, just about the administrative reasons, not just about the players. If it had been about the players, it would have been selfish though. But they felt, okay, if you are putting the same period, we need people to turn out at the stadiums, and we need people who have got energy and are not fasting. Basically, so they have to shift it by a week back so that they will have enough time to...
But anytime we don't really have to consider only the host nation only, being the fact that this is a competition where other African countries will be there too. So if you're saying we are depending on only the fans of Egypt, I don't think this really is a cutout.
They are welcoming you to their country, so
they must be energetic.
And to see it another way, it's also another advantage that before now there was a huge clash between the African Nations Cup and the Women's World Cup. Okay. Now shifting back a week, they have allowed you to enjoy some measure of Women's World Cup before concentrating on Africa. So it tends to slip it, and we of course know that this is the first time we're having the African Nations Cup in this era, in this decade, in summertime. So they are still trying to grapple with the perfect timing that will favor any of the host countries that will be taking up the mantle. Okay, now we're believing that this will be a very good time for Coach Godotro to keep his house in place and also get the players that will do us proud. Now, talking about those players that are doing us proud, talking about them and their exploits abroad. Now, we did see that Isaac's Success did it for Watford over there. Semi Ajayi did it for Rotherham. And also, we have Victor Osimhen doing it for Sporting Charleroi in Belgium. Amazing goal scoring in the weekend for some of these youngsters that we are counting on to don our colours at the African Cup of Nations. Semi Ajayi, as you have on your screen, was a classic goal. I had the time, a good build-up by his team Rotherham against Leeds. He got the ball from about 35 yards out and he let fly straight to the net. When this kind of, you know, they say when defenders get to score, something happens. It's just, he plays multiple positions, basically. He plays as a defender and also as a defensive midfielder. So while playing as a defensive midfielder for his club, that's where he got the chance to shoot. And it's always special when defenders or defensive midfielders. And we did see that Isaac's Success got that goal with a wonderful Zanku dance over there. A typical striker's move. And once your player is having the ball on the flank, just run to the far post and then I get to poach it in just like that. And of course, you crowned it up with that wonderful dance step to show you. So he's a typical Nigerian over there. A typical everyday Nigerian who enjoys his music and his dance while playing football, and that's what he got. But there's something spectacular about Victor Osimhen. How he scored that wonderful goal from he used the back leg to score. You know, it's wonderful coming from Victor Osimhen over there. Reminiscent of watching Kanu and some years back while playing for Arsenal with the classic back heel. You don't get to see that. This kind of goal comes with some level of intelligence and somebody that is finding joy playing. Thank you. That's what before now he was struggling while he was at Wolfsburg. He made the move to Belgium and his life turned around 360 degrees for him to, and he's scoring at Sporting Charleroi, enjoying his game. One of the most defining moments for me during the season was when he scored against a team that rejected him earlier on trial. You don't get to hear that. He had said it was wonderful moving to Sporting Charleroi because he had been better over there. Now we are seeing very good coming in from even Villarreal, talking about Samuel Chukwueze, and now we have Victor Osimhen. Let's give you a highlight of those goals. Get the feel. The Zanku coming from Isaac's Success from Watford.
Retrieved by Smith, challenged by Click, play on to the referee. Robin still in possession. Ajayi's pass is behind Matic, but he gets it to Ford, lays it off for Matic, into Towel, now slid done for Ajayi. Ajayi strikes one! Wonderful goal of Semi Ajayi! A defender by trade!
Now, according to Coach Gonotro, you must get to play week in, week out and show good appearances when you come to the field of play. And would say the boys are turning out goals, as you would say, and this is better coming for Gonotro.
Obviously, the battle for shirt is intense.
Yes.
Players want to make
selection headache and all that.
It's a good headache to have by coaches when most of your young stars, especially the people that will take over after the older ones are gone, the likes of Igalo or Mikel will leave. These are the guys that will step up, and they are doing this early, fighting while they are still there, not waiting for them to leave the scene. And of course, they are doing their international career all in the world of good, advertising themselves to potential top teams that will come out and get their signatures to have them play for big teams.
Okay, now moving away from there, let's talk about grassroots football. As we will be looking at the results coming up from the Nigerian Professional Football League over there. Now, we did see that Wicked Tourists went against Sunshine Stars and had Sunshine Stars having the triumph over there with 1-0. Now, we do have that
you are going to have the opportunity for leveraging and activation. And we
have Rivers United going over there with the glory with 1 goal over there, Lobby Stars, and then Quarry United 3-0. We have Rangers 1 against Aimba. We would say Aimba not coming up in good form. It's being the fact that they're in the CAF Champions League. We're not seeing, people that want to be champions from this game.
Basically, it was an oriental derby. These are classic derbies like you have it anywhere in the world. You don't go, these kind of games don't go according to script. Okay. Whenever they are played. Okay. A wonderful goal by Jani Ibrahim to get the goals for Rangers against anybody in a classic oriental derby that went down right there at the Cathedral. But some of the interesting results has to do with Sunshine. Okay. Sunshine started the season a bit struggling. Not entirely though, but they were showing signs. They picked the draw at Quarry United on the opening day, and then they lost 1 or 2 games, but they are back winning away from home against Wicked Tourists, who are playing home away from home.
Okay, now, Enitan, look at this. Remo Stars against Katsina United.
Their very first win of the season.
Thank you, Azad Oshogbo. We had seen that. They were complaining about the pitch and all that.
It was more or less like playing beach football, sort of, because there were no grass.
That's punishment for, the violence that
punishment
erupted
for players or for the club. There are better pitches that could be used, basically, to play.
So you're saying the LMC are not doing so fine, taking them to that pitch?
They could do well to identify better pitches that they could use. Also, some interesting for Insurance of Benin. This is their 3rd straight draw on the trot. 1-1 against Remo Stars on the opening day for their very first game. 0-0 against Quarry United and another 0-0 draw against Niger Tornadoes. Rivers United.
But are you going to say it's better for them not having goals and having to draw 0-0?
It depends on what their objectives are, if they are going to survive this season. They are not conceding goals, but that's for Ifa Yoruba. If you look at the Ifa figures, they are not conceding goals, but they are scoring. They are 5 matches unbeaten, have not conceded anything, any goal in 5 matches. That is an amazing start for Ifa Yoruba, who are just showing all the right stuff that they want to do.
I think there is a bigger motivation coming from FC Ifa Yoruba, because last season they were not even like this.
What they did right was, it was a smart administration move. Basically, they let go of all the big name stars, all the top stars. They decided to recruit few experienced players and more younger stars.
And these younger stars, they want to prove themselves.
They are hungry for stardom. They want to step up this season, and they are doing it for Ifa Yoruba. And so that's how you get that. The Kano Pillars against Leeds United was another interesting game, top of the a top clash any day in the league. And it ended in Nihol. Leeds United is not finding. They moved from Ilorin into Lafia as their punishment venue. Allow me use that word, boy.
After
don't work out.
The first
there were some little controversies and pockets of troubles in that game. But we hope the LMC will tackle that.
Okay, now, Enitan, let's look at the group standing over here. MFM still stands for Group A over there, being the top with top points, 6 points over there. Before you talk about that, let's still look at Group B over here. We still have that FC Ifa Yoruba with a clean sheet, as you would say, having 11 points.
Basically, they are right on the fact that they are having clean sheets. They played 5 games, they won about 2, drawn about 3, mostly away games and stuff like that. And they added another away win. So that's working well in their favor.
You wanted to say something about Group A?
Yeah, Atlant also, before going to Group A, Atlant also, they've been churning good results at home. And that is working for them. I think they've won almost all their away games in convincing fashion. So that is lining up for them, working well. Aqua United is in all sorts of trouble. Coach Raphael Everton is not getting it right. With the fact
that they have 16 players, new players, they are
solid and top players, top stars.
And with the coach.
Ufo Udo, and one of the is the highest goal scorer in a single season.
I'm wondering where Aqua United got to this point where they have only 2 points.
No, reminiscent of last season, they had a late start. So last season when Meadu made
this season they're having a very bad start.
They cannot afford a late or bad start because they're in a bridge season. Just 12 teams and 4 teams will be relegated. The other they start picking the point, the other for them. Earlier in the first in Group A, for MFM, what they are riding on is their own form. Home form might just save you in this season. That's just the truth. If you have a waypoint, a win or a draw, that is the cherry or that's the icing on the cake for you. But once you get your own form right and you are getting all your victories in convincing man like MFM has been doing, then they might just survive their Bridge League season. Okay, now moving on from there, now we go to women football over here. As we didn't know that Bayelsa Queens got to be champions of the Super 4, talking about the NWFL. Going to this Super 4, it was tagged the Lagos Invasion, where the best of women football was on parade at the soccer temple at the Agege Stadium, right there in Lagos. We thought the narrative was, will Amazon retain the title? Will leave us Angels and not a revenge after struggling in the early part of the season? But at the end of the day, we saw Bayelsa Queens surprising everybody for most of all. They didn't really surprise. If you check out the Women Football League season earlier, they really showed their class, being top of their section and basically coming out to get the victory. And there are some quality stars from Jonathan Araba in goal for them, a national team goalkeeper, to some other stars playing for them. So that really worked out in their favor. The game for Nasarawa Amazons ended in a penalty, the semi-final between Nasarawa Amazons and Rivers ended in a penalty. But the final ended 2-0 in favor of Bayelsa Queens, and that was that they were clinical champions and the best of women football. We hope that at the end of the day, we might just get enough sponsors to really help these ladies get to do more about their league and earn better pay when it comes to the league, earn better pay when it comes to the league. But third position, surprisingly, Rivers Angels did not get that. They're having a bad season. Were you surprised? This is the second season on a stretch that they are coming out front. The last one played, Super 4 played in Benin. Same thing happened, they lost out. And now, surprise, surprise, they are the Federation ITO Cup champion, and that's the Nigerian version of the FA Cup. And we thought, hey, they can carry that form. We thought their top qualities are from Ina Dozie to Evelyn Nwaboko in midfield. We thought they had all the stars to just walk in and get the trophy, but hey, they seem to have relaxed on their horse after winning the ITO Cup. Okay, now moving on from that, now we do have that Aisha Falode, the chairman of the NWFL, had something to say after the games, after Bayelsa Queens got the trophy being the champions of the Super 4. Let's listen to that.
When you are looking for sponsors, you just have to be consistent with what you are doing. And with the belief that they are going to see at some point, they are going to come and identify with you. Consistency is key. We said when we came that we will have walkovers. We said the fans will return to the field. We said we will have fair officiating. We said the competition was going to be stiff. We said the fans will return to the stand. Everything that we have said, if you tick the box, you are going to be ticking right. And we said we are going to create a lot of activities for the benefits of whoever will be sponsoring, will be potential sponsors with us. We created the Super 4. We created. Okay, now Aisha Falode over there. We'll give you the rest of that. Them all the time. Now, just days away from the FIFA Women's World Cup. Now, Cameroon has said, no, we don't have to work with Joseph Ndoko anymore. Now, this is really going to be very alarming with the fact that we just have a few months, we would say, or days away from the FIFA World Cup. Typical African chess move when it comes to going to the World Cup. You see also some African countries appointing coaches 2 months or 3 months to the World Cup, and same thing is really in the ugly. But this man had helped Cameroon, the women's side, get into the Alcon. You know, I think they had finished sold. Yeah, the basic problem coming out of this is basically they thought they should have gotten more from the Alcon when they thought because I had seen how hungry they were. 1 or 2 players were tagged, their homes were tagged after they lost at the semi-finals to Nigeria, and they thought they didn't give their all. And I think the Fecafoot, the Federation of Cameroonian Football, they are having a knee-jerk reaction, trying to displace the coach. Just some few months, the players have to acquaint with it. We saw what happened to Nigeria a few months to the Alcon. We are just lucky that we had talent in depth that worked for us. That's why we lacked a particular pattern of play at the certain stages where we needed to, because we appointed the coach did not have enough time with the girls. Now, same thing is the same mistake Cameroon is repeating, allowing this guy go, bringing in a new coach. It does not make sense, basically, because the players have to acquaint with the new system that the coach wants to play, and then the players, some of them will be dropped, new ones will come. It's too much in a World Cup here with few months to the World Cup in France, where we expect Africa to put its best leg forward. And the best way is just to go with people who have done the job, who have prepared the girls, who understand the terrain, to let them take you to the World Cup and then deliver at the bigger stage. Okay, now we do hope that Cameroon didn't make that mistake of having to lose out of the FIFA Women's World Cup.
we are rooting for them because they are Africans just like us. And being the fact that we have only 3 Africans over there, Nigeria, South Africa, and then Cameroon, we hope that this decision gets to do the best for Cameroon. Now, let's look at the games that were played, talking about from the FA Cup. Now, the games that were played in England. We did see Chelsea go down against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, in Chelsea's favour. And now we are seeing Tottenham and Crystal Palace. Now, Tottenham, I think Mauricio Pochettino will be having a big headache.
What's an FA Cup without the shock? That's definitely not an FA Cup. For this round first served us a whole lot of shock. Starting from Tottenham, who lost out to Crystal Palace 2-0, even getting a penalty which they scored. Kieran Trippier had to blaze wide. Also, some surprise result from Everton. That was a backbreaker of a game. Between Everton and Millwall. Virtually almost the last kick of the game. You think Everton were done by after one of the equalizer at 2-2 for Millwall was scored by a hand. But they did not use VAR, and it was not.
That's why it was not detected.
Yeah, that's why the protest from the Evertonians, it did not work out, but they ended up losing 3-2. Wolves had to dig in deep.
I'm seeing something coming up from Wolves. They have been on fire for the beginning of the season.
Well, they made a hard job of this game against Shrewsbury Town before handing a replay. 2-2 it ended. They were almost losing, and they had to come back to find a goal out of nothing to get them going. But so, of course, we have some easy games. 5-0 for Manchester City is a routine. And of course, how can you expect a game between Manchester City and Burnley to happen without Aguero scoring against Burnley? It's like their husband in local parlance that you say. But some other interesting results. We saw the debut of Mikel Obi playing for Middlesbrough against the country.
I think the fans of Middlesbrough really enjoyed the fact that Mikel got to play, because at the end of the game he had to sign a lot of autographs.
Of course, Champions League winner, African Nations Cup, World Cup, Europa Cup. The list is endless in terms of their achievement coming to their team. Borough is not the bad team in the English Premier League, and we've seen it in the Premier League before they got relegated. But having a player of his world-class quality who just played in the World Cup some months back is something exciting for the fans, and of course gives them a bragging right, and hopefully they might just get to return to the Premier League from the Championship.
Okay, now moving on from that, let's give you highlights of all the games that were played. When we come back, we have Olaleye Idowu in the studio. Do stay tuned.
Now Lukaku, they want to stop him on his left foot. It's a lovely ball for Alexis Sanchez, who goes round check and puts it into the net and scores for Manchester United against his old club at his former home on his return to the team. It's a goal that will be reviewed. They're sure with a decent ball too, and Manchester United are in again here with Lukaku. With Lingard, time to take a touch, time to score. 2-0 for the team from Old Trafford, and Lukaku has made both of them. One for Sanchez, one for Lingard. Ramsey and Aubameyang gets one back. It's just what Arsenal needed with half-time approaching. Coming in, Pogba, Rashford holds his position. Pogba goes it alone. It's pushed out for Martial, and Manchester United are heading for the 5th round of the FA Cup. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has used his substitutions. It could have been for Rashford in the end.
Here's Gabriel Jesus. Nice shimmy and turn. Brilliant! Absolutely magnificent from Gabriel Jesus. A forward who just loves scoring goals. One thing in his mind, I'm going to turn over outside. Now inside the box to shoot. And it's deceived Nick Pope. Maybe a big deflection on that. But Bernardo Silva takes the plaudits for the goal. De Bruyne rockets.
Welcome back. If you just joined us here on Sport at Galaxy Television, and joining us in the studio is Olaleye Idowu. Good afternoon to you, Olaleye.
Good afternoon to you.
Nice one having to have you over here. Now let's look at the game for Arsenal and Manchester United. Did you see that coming, being the fact that Unai Emery has made Arsenal a formidable force?
Well, I never saw that coming, but of course it was a wonderful Friday night fixture in England, and I think for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is impressive from us. United coach continues. For me, I never thought United would make it good against Arsenal, Unai Emery, but of course they showed class in moving forward, very precise, and of course in the attack. And the results are what we actually saw, 2-1.
Were you happy about that result, being the fact that are you a fan?
No, well, let me keep that for now. but of course, I think it shows that for United as a team, I think they've had this post-Mourinho era.
Yes.
Of course, they are getting results.
But they're getting out of that era.
Absolutely. And with this kind of form, hopefully in some few weeks from now, they'll be playing the UEFA Champions League, maybe against Paris Saint-Germain, who are having issues right now with injuries with their top players. Maybe United can just nick this over the 2 legs.
Okay, now moving away from that, let's talk about tennis right now. At Sunday, at Saturday, where Djokovic get to rejoice in a very wonderful fashion. Now, we did see the game that went against Rafael Nadal, and this has brought Djokovic his own trophies down to 16, having Rafael Nadal having just 17 over there. Now, we did see the women category over there, Naomi Osaka being the new goats, as we would say.
No, just I think it's better to call her an heir apparent.
Back, we do see back-to-back trophies, back-to-back Grand Slams.
Amazing player with some amazing dexterity and focus in her game. Basically, what works for me, she's the heir apparent. The women's game has lacked that cutting edge for the next sort of superstar that will contest and have that consistency the Williams sisters had for so long. And when Serena and Venus stepped out, at some point it was Sharapova against them, and it was fun. But we've seen Wozniacki and all of them coming in and out, not be able to sustain that momentum. But we have seen a young lady in Naomi Osaka. She won the Australian Open. Before now, it was Sloane Stephens. We thought she was coming close. She won the US Open. She got to the final or semi-final of the French Open, got to another final. But for now, Simona Halep still suffers from the same thing, a generational gap. That they fail to fill that generational gap between Williams and then the likes of Sloane Stephens and Naomi Osaka. Now they can no longer wait for the likes of Halep and Wozniacki to step up. They are jumping them to step up and join them in that.
Okay, anytime we did say Kvitova's father over there, big support coming there. That means she was so desperate for that trophy.
Not just desperate, it was for her. It was a fairy tale that she wanted to make sure she had a nice attack. Yes. Nobody thought she was going to come back and play tennis again. But she went against all odds, stepped back, come back, and she's in the final of the Australian Open. She was that close to winning it. That tells you the amazing story of her fight back and the kind of energy that she puts behind that game. In the men's version, we thought it was going to be a big final, a big contest. But at the end of the day, Djokovic made it look so easy. It is not easy though. There's this story that we usually tell about the 3 top players, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. You often say Federer has got Nadal problem. Nadal has got Djokovic problem. Djokovic has got Federer problem. It's just interwoven between those
like an answer to your problem. Now let's look at it. Now we did see that Nadal got, he lost at almost more than 2 sets over there. Are we not seeing almost 3 sets over there? Are we not seeing Nadal, diminishing in his form?
No, not the Nadal that people have come
he will bounce back.
Never counting Nadal out. He's the master of the French Open. Though he has slowed down because of massive injuries over the years and surgeries. So basically, we hope that one of these days he will show us just the same way Federer has been showing us that he can always pick a rabbit out of the hat anytime they want to.
I think for Djokovic, he made history yesterday, winning his 7th Australian Open title. His record on his part, and I think it shows that maybe he's becoming a master when it comes to the Melbourne Park finals. Great one, I must say. A lot of people had felt that he would have had a renaissance of the 2012, final when both of them met, having
almost 5 hours, 53 minutes.
Of course, like you said, 3 straight sets. For Nadal, really, is one I actually also desire, but of course, injuries have actually hampered his chances thus far, especially the appendicitis injury he had.
But I don't think that injury got over him.
But of course, the fact that he was able to recover, of course, playing the finals to this level.
I think both of them share the same story about injuries. If you listen to Nadal, to Djokovic after the presentation, he talked about the journey exactly 1 year ago to the day to the final, where he had a major surgery, and slowly but surely has been coming back. And now, just 1 year after that major surgery, he's winning an Australian title Open again, record one at that, 7th one. It reminded us of just exactly 10 years ago when he had his breakout season alongside Joe Wilfred Songa to win his very first Australian Open. And 10 years down the line, he has won 7.
Okay, now that's all we can take for today. We're so happy for Naomi Osaka and Novak Djokovic being the champions of the Australian Open 2019. We're hoping to see more come up when the Fed Cup gets underway.
And let's not forget the money prize. That increased. We're going on with that as well.
You're also the money man over there. Thank you, gentlemen, for being on the show. We do appreciate you. We're going to be leaving you with your speeches talking about Naomi Osaka and also Novak Djokovic after getting the trophy. That's all we can take for today. It's Sports at Galaxy Television. I am Onyinyechi Ogu. Do have a pleasant afternoon.
She looks calm. Definitely no anxiety from the racket of Naomi Osaka throughout the set. Even when she had those break points down, there was such a calmness about her when she went up to serve. I think now it's up to Petra Kvitova to take it to Osaka.
She cemented herself as a superstar in the world of tennis. She was the US Open champion in September. She becomes the Australian Open champion here tonight. And on Monday, she becomes the world #1. Ladies and gentlemen, your Australian Open Women's Singles Champion for 2019, Naomi Osaka.
Hello. Sorry, public speaking isn't really my strong side, so I just hope I can get through this. Huge congrats to you, Petra. I've always wanted to play you, and you've been through so much, and honestly, I wouldn't have wanted this to be our first match. Yeah, huge congrats to you and your team, and you're really amazing, and I'm really honored to have played you in the final of a Grand Slam.
Djokovic is one of his greatest displays of tennis of all time, I'm sure, Fitzy.
What I've seen tonight, 34 winners, 9 unforced errors in the finals of a major against a guy who's never lost a major without winning at least one set. One of the greatest players ever to play the game. That's the level he played at, Fitzy.
Yeah, I'm in awe of how he played tonight, really. You know,